Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you tonight about wondering. I'm working on a book for homeschool parents, and I thought over the next few weeks I might just read little parts of it. I'm just early in the draft stages, so it's not polished or anything. I thought I'd just read a little bit now and then and get some discussion going so I can kind of get some feedback, see how what some of you think of it, and that will help me as I revise. Um, so the first part, I'm just going to read a little short part about wondering. Um, and remember, this is just first draft, so it's kind of like free writing, just off the top of my head. We can help our kids be interested by applying our own minds and letting ourselves become genuinely interested in something. We can choose to be amazed or fascinated by some fact or aspect of just about anything. It's an attitude. I've seen families full of interested and engaged kids ready to learn anything. They almost never had parents who got bored. Their parents were also excited and interested in finding out things. I don't believe that this was genetic. It was definitely environmental. It's up to us as parents to model the attitude and behavior, meaning being interested in investing our own time and effort in finding out things. Then it won't feel like effort because we're interested and it's fun. Just try to wonder. My family, okay, so I was writing this while we were on a road trip. So this next part is about that. My family's on a road trip as I write, and I looked up and saw a river by the highway we're on going through some mountains. So I wondered. Then I said, I wonder what river that is. Maybe it's one we've heard of. Maybe it's a big one that we've seen on the map. So we were looking at it, and then we came to a bend, and we noticed a current going through just the middle. So the edges were still, and there was this current just running through the middle. So my husband came up with some scientific theory about why it was doing that. And then my 14-year-old said she remembered some big rivers on the map near where we were going through. We'd been looking at the map before our trip. I'm sure we'll look it up later and find out. It was small, but it was a learning experience. It will be connected to other experiences later, and it's unconsciously connected to past experiences. I connected it to the Amazon River coming together from the two different colored rivers and not mixing for a while. The more I think about that, the more I know it. It is more a part of me. Don't we want that for our kids? Okay, so that was awful, I know, just rough draft. But so I was thinking about wondering and how when we wonder something or we have questions or we come up with questions in our minds, that is an indication of a desire to learn. Right, we want a desire to learn things. We want our kids to have a desire to learn things because that's just about the only way they can learn anything. That'll stick. Like I was saying recently to my family that the things you really learn, the things I really learned in school weren't the things I was pretending to learn, in history or science or whatever, all the content and all the facts that I don't remember that from when I was in school never became a part of me. I wasn't interested. I wasn't really wondering about them. We just crammed them in, for the test, took the test and got it over with and never thought about it again, never connected it to anything and never wondered about it at all. So I was thinking that wondering and questioning is a really important part of creating the desire to learn. So our kids wonder things all the time. I mean, sometimes we want to guide their wondering because we have the things that they really do need to learn or that we want them to learn in our homeschool. And so we don't have to just sit around and wait for them to wonder about it. I mean, they can't really wonder about something they've never heard of, right? So we can talk about the things that we're reading about if we're just reading about something, or we can mention that we had a question and involve them in looking up the answer. We can just think about, I mean, we know a lot of things that they've never heard of. We can just think about some of those things and say, I wonder what, like, and I just said, I wonder what river that is. I mean, big deal. So we never looked it up later. Um, but maybe we will, and maybe we won't. I mean, we don't have to. So what? Sometimes we wonder things and we never do find out. That's not a big deal either. Um, we can hand them a reference book. My kids like to kind of sit around and read the encyclopedia a little bit, just random stuff, and that gives them an idea of something they can wonder about. But I was thinking that's really important for us to wonder in front of our kids. I don't want my kids to think that I know everything or that I don't have to look up anything or think that I never wonder about anything. I still want to know things. I want them to see me wanting to find out things all throughout my life. And so if I model wondering, then they can either wonder about the same thing and we can find out together, or they can, just learn the habit of wondering and be willing to not know everything, be willing to have fun or be interested in looking up things or finding out or asking someone that knows about something they don't know. Also, we can improve things maybe that we already know. I was thinking of my son that just graduated from college in piano performance. And when he was 8, I think, my husband got a new piano and he was practicing a lot. And my husband has always played the piano. So he was practicing for a concerto competition. And he was playing at least a few hours a day. And our son got really interested in that. And he saw his dad wanting to improve himself. So, I mean, it doesn't always have to be something we don't know about where we're just going to find out facts. It could be anything that we're interested in that they can see us doing and possibly become interested in. So our son started playing, and my husband gave him lessons, and he always wanted to play the things that his dad was playing on the piano, and they were pretty hard things. And so he became really good and was always very good at it, and now he's got a degree in it. And so we can help them become interested in anything, not just researching things and finding out things. I have been interested in some photography, and I had never done anything, to be better at taking pictures or anything. And I've been talking about it for probably a year, maybe taking a course or getting a camera that's, a better camera than just what's on the iPod or whatever. And so my 17-year-old daughter seemed kind of interested in it. And so I suggested, well, maybe we could get a camera, maybe we could do something. Then I thought, well, maybe that would be a good way for her to make some money when she goes to college to help pay for things, to take pictures. She's planning on going to a college where it's a church school. A lot of people get married, and so there's a lot of photography going on, and new babies, because they don't wait to have couples get married there, and they don't wait to start having kids, and all kinds of reasons for taking pictures. So she became more interested. She thought, well, there's a good reason for doing that. And then we went ahead and got a camera, and we got the course from the Great Courses, just to watch ourselves instead of necessarily taking a class. And we may do that after we've learned what we can. And then that, I think I've mentioned before, I let my kids set up an Etsy shop with pictures of nature. And so that was interesting to her also, to take better pictures for the Etsy shop. Um, so there are good reasons for her to want to get better at photography and not just, to get a high school credit or something. There are real reasons. Sure, she's going to end up with a high school credit because of it, but that's just secondary. She's been helping me do these YouTube videos and editing and some other stuff with some digital media stuff with videos. And we've been doing that for about a year. And today I said, oh, I need to put a credit on your transcript for that. And so um, I don't always want the goal to be just a high school credit or find out something because I have to, or I don't want them to feel like they have to find out things because they have to, or get good at things because it's just a requirement and it's not interesting and it bores them. Um, but that they have real reasons for wondering things, reasons for having an interest in improving at something. Also, I was thinking of wonder in a way like we notice the wonder in things around us. Um, and that can cause us to then wonder as a verb, and we could have more of a lifestyle of wondering and having a desire to learn and to want to know more. So let me know what you guys think and how it has worked for you if you've seen your kids follow along in your wondering, or even you might start to wonder about things and want to learn something because your kids are wondering about it. That happens all the time. So put some comments here or on Facebook and let me know what you think about it. See ya.